Think back on your last 48 hours. Late night scrolling, a stacked workday that ran into a late call, maybe a weekend brunch or a coffee catch-up that ran all day. You still feel good to get that adrenaline rush of rushing from friends' meetings and gatherings? None of that feels dramatic. But those choices alone are quietly working against you right now, more than you'd think. Yes, you're living your life, and it's a good one. But by the next day, you feel it, groggy, a bit puffier, energy just off. There is one simple move that can help alleviate the damage. Brisk walking. Okay, you probably are thinking, I have heard that before, and I really have no time for this. Let me guess. You also worry that you'd have to change out of your office where to walk, but you don't need to. Tomorrow, go 1 or 2 blocks further to find your coffee place or lunch spot. Somewhere new, somewhere you haven't tried. Walk there briskly, not a stroll, a pace where you're breathing a bit heavier but still able to talk. Same coffee, same lunch, just a slightly longer, faster route to get there. Back and forth, do the same brisk walk back to the office. That is it. Simple enough, but here's the part worth understanding. What is so magical about brisk walking? How does this work? That groggy, sluggish feeling isn't random. It comes down to your insulin efficiency. Even one night of less sleep than usual is enough to measurably weaken how well your insulin works the very next day. In one study, insulin efficiency drops by as much as 16%, even in healthy people. Insulin is what signals your muscles to pull sugar out of your blood. When that signal runs weak, sugar just lingers in your blood longer, and that's a big part of what sluggish actually feels like. When you're brisk walking, your muscles contract, and that contraction itself triggers a transporter in your muscle cells called GLUT4 to move to the surface and start pulling sugar directly out of your blood, no insulin required. So even on a morning when your insulin signal is running weak, this GLUT4 pathway still gets that sugar out on its own separate route. Studies have shown that a brisk walk after a meal can cut your blood sugar spike roughly in half. The pace has to be brisk, though, breathing a bit heavier, still able to talk, but genuinely working. That's what triggers it. Brisk walking on a short lunch break won't fix a stacked-up week, but I hope that it gets you moving today, and once it's a habit, it becomes the doorway into a real, consistent exercise rhythm. Not a one-time fix, but the first step that actually can drive consistency. Ready to just try tomorrow? Deal? Train smarter, not harder. Thanks for watching.